Another drug dealer has been taken off the streets after a major police crackdown in West Yorkshire. This time, the focus is on Bradford, where 24-year-old Ali Hamza Kazmi has been jailed for more than 5 years. But this wasn't just any ordinary arrest. This was the result of a large-scale operation, months in the making, aimed at dismantling dangerous county lines drug networks. Back in March, police launched Operation Quayside, a specialist investigation targeting the supply of Class A drugs in Bradford. Officers began analysing data from the phones of known drug users, and what they uncovered was staggering. More than 60 different phone numbers linked to drug lines across the city. Each number represented a potential supply chain for heroin, crack cocaine, and cocaine. And one of those numbers led straight to Kazmi. Investigators say Kazmi ran a dedicated dealer phone. This phone wasn't for friends or family. It was strictly business. It sent out bulk messages, advertising heroin and crack cocaine for sale. And it received a constant stream of calls and texts from users placing their orders. It was a classic county line setup, efficient, anonymous, and highly profitable, until the police closed in. On June 4th, after weeks of surveillance, police raided Kazmi's home in Daisy Fields, Bradford. Inside, they didn't find drugs, but they did discover something just as telling. £6,000 in cash, hidden away, and a phone linked directly to the drug line. This wasn't the first time Kazmi had caught the attention of officers. Before the raid, he'd been stopped in a BMW, along with several others. When police searched the car, they found both the dealer phone and Kazmi's personal mobile. But before they could act, the others in the car fled, leaving Kazmi behind. Not long after, Kazmi claimed the car had been stolen. But here's the catch. Both phones recovered inside that car were soon active again, back in operation, selling drugs across Bradford. The police knew then Kazmi wasn't just a passenger, he was in charge. In court, the evidence was clear. Prosecutor Jeremy Hill Baker told the judge the defendant was the holder of the drugs line phone. He sent out bulk messages advertising drugs for sale and received calls from users placing orders. Even after trying to cover his tracks by reporting the BMW as stolen, Kazmi's activities left a digital trail too strong to deny. The timeline showed exactly when the supply stopped, immediately after the phones were seized. And when it resumed, once those same phones were back in use. Kazmi chose to remain silent during his police interviews, offering no defense. But in the end, he pleaded guilty to being concerned in the supply of heroin and crack cocaine between January and June of this year. This wasn't Kazmi's first time before the courts. He was already considered a third-strike offender, with 2 previous convictions for supplying Class A drugs. As a teenager, he had already served time in youth custody for similar crimes. But instead of turning his life around, he went straight back to dealing. And now, the consequences are far more severe. The judge sentenced Ali Hamza Kazmi to 2,045 days in prison. That's 5 years and 7 months behind bars. But this case isn't over yet. A proceeds of crime hearing has been scheduled for February 9th next year. There, the court will decide exactly how much of Kazmi's illegal profits can be seized by the state. This has been another report from SN Studios. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.